Hi, it's me again and welcome back to my channel. In this video I want to talk about the passing of Zahara, the musician from South Africa who passed recently, and how I came to know about her. I remember I had just finished high school and my friend and I from church, the church that I used to go that time, we had this friend of ours who was older, and because us we were coming from our parents' house, this other friend didn't have, she had her own home. So after church she would prefer to go to our house, and she loved listening to West African music, South African music, and she used to play Loliwe, and that is the first time I heard about Zahara, and I loved her music so much. Okay, I can't say music, but Loliwe. I loved that song so much. I would listen when I go to high school and come back home. That is one of the musics that I would listen to. Her, Christina Shusho, yeah, but Loliwe was always part of that. And I remember recently, it was my daughter's birthday. Her birthday, she was born on 17th of November. And on the 14th of November, I was creating a playlist of the songs that are going to be played during her birthday party, and Loliwe was part of the list. And I remember when I was putting that list, I was like, Zahara, where has she gone to? Where has she been? And I remember I kept playing Loliwe. I think I played Loliwe on my screen for like 3 times. And I was thinking about her. Honestly, I didn't even know she was in hospital. Apparently, she had been admitted for 3 weeks. I didn't know she was in hospital. And when I heard about her passing, like 2 days ago, it really broke my heart. And I started going through her other music. I honestly did not know she had other music, but I loved Loliwe so much. I always loved that song. And when I was going through her other music, I came to find out she had really great gems. I have come to learn that artists, they produce songs, they have songs that hit, and then there are gems. There are gems hidden in between the albums where you never get to know about, but they have good songs. Like for Zahara, I went through her YouTube channel. Her name is Zahara South African Music. I think Zahara South Africa, that's her YouTube handle. And she had a recent session, a 20-minute session, where she was just explaining where she had been because she was battling depression and all those kind of things because of things that she went through. And I came to learn several songs, and one of the songs that I've fallen in love with since her passing is Mgodi, and it's such a powerful song. It is such a healing song. You don't understand what she's saying, but during that video, that clip of hers of 20 minutes, there is English translation there, so you're able to understand what the song means. And I have been watching her videos since her passing. Even when I go home, it's her song that I'm playing. And when you really get to understand, first of all, Zahara was a very passionate person. I'm not South African, but I can tell from her videos and how she was expressing herself, she was a very passionate person, and you can tell she was a very sensitive person, and she loved to be loved and heard. That's what I could tell. And she was hurt by people that she trusted the most with this thing. Zahara never said that she was talented. She always said that her singing was a gift, and it is powerful. If you listen to her voice, it is powerful. That is someone who should have been protected. Like the whole of Africa should have protected her. Her voice is very powerful. And the reason as to why I'm doing this video, because there are other artists that have passed and it was hurtful to the entire world, but this one has hurt me. I feel something here, and I'm like, that is why on the 14th of November she was so heavy on my heart. Although I had stayed for quite some time without listening to Loliwe, it came to my heart. And I remembered since high school, after high school I used to listen to her, and I just can't believe, I was even sharing with my cousin, I can't believe that I was thinking about her that much and she was still in hospital. And I was like, if I went to her Instagram, I would have known, or if I would have just prayed, or I would have done something. But that is why I'm making this video. I am making this video for people like Zahara. You say we have been built different. There are people who are really sensitive, like me personally. I'm a very sensitive person, and things, I don't just let things slide. It goes to my bones. I'm like, why did that person do that to me? I trusted that person with this and that, and they did that to me. And I can tell from Zahara's story, because by the time of her demise, she had a fiance, but you can tell things that happened to her in the past, they have been eating her up. And she's emotional when she's doing her performances. She feels her songs. In this clip, this 20-minute clip on her YouTube channel, that the topic is intimate moment with Zahara or something like that, which was uploaded 4 months ago. She says every song she has written, it's about her life story. And I was watching her last performance where she was wearing a blue dress. She was crying, and I don't think she was crying because of that performance. I think when she was singing those songs, she was like, this has happened to me and that has happened to me, and this song reminds me of that. And she was crying. She was crying, looking at the skies. And I am so saddened, and I am praying that anyone who watches this video, whether 2 or 5 people, don't be dismissive. I know someone, I know of a lady actually. She's so dismissive of people's feelings, and she's like, oh, if it was me, I would have done that. It was me, I would have done that. Oh, I don't get things to get to me. We are not built the same. There are people who get hurt by different things, and we're not built the same. And I pray that we find ways of identifying people who are sensitive, and just accepting them for who they are and helping them. Because if she was helped, I was even watching, I think she had started a live show, and she was calling the people that let her down, and they were not picking, and you could see she was hurt. I just think she died a very hurt person, because she was let down by people she trusted the most. I have seen from social media, she had friends that came through for her, and God bless their souls. She had friends who came through for her, and they were there for her. I could tell. I think they were there for her. But you see, I am speaking like this because I don't know, somehow I saw myself in her with the things that I've gone through, and not just things with my ex or something like that. It's things that you go through in life, not just with one person, but with different categories of people. And if you don't deal with those things the right way, they continue eating up in one way, and you don't know, you don't even realize. Where am I going with this? I am saying, let us learn to identify those people who are sensitive, and just know how to help them. Because I have had so many instances. I remember there's this girl who came to my house during my daughter's birthday party, and she was speaking about a certain relative of hers. She lost her parents, and the dad has been taking care of this girl, and she started saying really mean things about this girl. Oh, I think she's taking advantage of my dad. Right now she has 3 different children with different men, and I think she's taking advantage of my child. I think she's taking advantage of my dad, and I would love for her to get out of our compound. She was saying things like those. And that girl, I had known her for one year, and I remember, because it was my daughter's birthday last year, that was the end of this year, and it was supposed to be a sleepover. She was supposed to sleep over at my house, but I just told her she had to walk out of my house, because I asked her, why would you speak about, like, why would you speak about someone like this who has lost their parents? And she was like, even me, I lost my mother, but I've never acted like that. And I told her, look, we were like 7 people in my living room. I told her we are 7 people right now, and if something bad were to happen, we would all act differently because we have all been wired differently. And she was like, no, she's entitled. Who's she need? She just talked bad things. And I told her, you have to get out of my house. And she was like, oh, it is midnight. I told her, you cannot talk about someone who's not here to defend themselves in my house. I actually really do not like gossip personally. So she just had to walk out. Why am I all over the place? This video is entirely about Zahara. It's about people who dismiss people's feelings. It's about people who take advantage of other people and people who dismiss others. The people, if you take advantage of them, they're okay with that. And you can tell Zahara was hurt and she kept talking about it. If you see someone consistently talking about something that has hurt them, if you're able to help them in the way that you can. If someone is Zahara consistently talked about the people that hurt her, and I have just been watching her videos for the past like 3 days, and so if you're people who are close to her, she had been talking about them for years. Loliwe was sang like 14 years, 13 years ago, but she has been going through these things. She lost her brother who was gunned down, all these things. I just feel so bad for her because even despite her having these friends that were there for her, she was still lonely. She was in that mugodi. She was saying in that 20-minute video on her channel, Mukodi is an abyss, in an abyss where you feel alone. You can have people around you, but you feel alone. And I pray that anyone who is in that place where you feel alone, you get people that are going to help you, because you can get lost. It's a dark tunnel of darkness. I am really broken. I am really broken by her loss. Because I have felt like that. And I thank God that he helped me, and I just hope. I am really mourning her. Honestly, I am really mourning her, and I'm really mourning what she went through, because I can relate to it. But what keeps me is God, and I pray. And I remember there's a time, I think I had just finished my high school too, and I was waiting for my results, and there was something that was happening back at home, and I was in Mama Sandra's house, and actually I was in Mama Sandra's house, and I went to the bedroom, and Sandra had a Bible, a green Bible. Is it called King James? That green Bible that you go with to high school. And I opened the Bible. I felt like I'd gone through, I had reached the end, and I opened it, and it said, I will never leave you, I will never forsake you. And I just imagine Zahara going through whatever it is she was going through, and just thinking, when you have been betrayed by people, even the ones that are around you, the ones that are trying to be there for you, you will always think like, oh my God, is this person going to do me the way the other person did? That's how you live, I'm telling you from experience. And what keeps me is that verse that I opened that day, because when I feel like I am not okay, or I am overwhelmed, I remember that verse, and I remember the things that have happened to me, bad or good. They always turn out for my best. There is always a sign of it. I was protecting you from this, I was protecting you from that, or it was for a greater purpose. And she was saying, Zahara says, she was singing her songs to heal people, And when I listen to Mgodi, she has a Tembalang, and there's Ndiza, Imali. Forget about Doliwe and Pendula, which I've hit. She has other great gems in her album that you should go and listen to. And please let us not let her legacy die. I know, may God help me to not let her legacy die. May I always listen to her songs. May my children, I listened to Brenda Fassie to date, and my daughter knows about her, and I pray that she will learn about Zahara, because I've been putting her consistently on the screen, and she's like, Mom, is this your friend? And I'm like, yeah, she's my friend. And I hope my children will know about her, my daughter now and my children to come. She says she sings her songs to heal people. She says it's a divine thing, and it is, and I feel it's divine, because why would my heart be heavy about her on the 14th of November? And I did not know she was hospitalized. Why? That is divine. That is, maybe God was telling me, maybe you need to pray for her. I don't know, but I just feel, and that's why I'm affected up until now, because I had that feeling. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share that screen recording of the playlist that I had put for my daughter's birthday. May her soul rest in peace. May anyone who's going through, may any sensitive person, because I know there are sensitive people out there, and this is what I know about sensitive people. When they trust people, not forget about even love partners. If it's family, they do everything for their family. If it's friendship, they do everything. And once a sensitive person has been hurt to a certain extent, they just become numb, and whatever it is that they find solace in, they stick to it. They stick to it fully. And for me, how I've become right now with all those things that I've gone through is I prefer helping people I don't know. People I don't know completely. I prefer, and let me just stop there. If I continue with this video, let me just stop here. I'm just actually going to stop here. What I'm going to say is, may the soul of Zahara rest well. May I never stop playing her music for me, for my children. May I never stop playing her music until the day that I will also leave this earth. And wherever she is, Zahara, wherever your soul is, like you said, your music is for healing. It has healed me, and I know I'm not the only one, and you are loved. May your soul rest in peace.
I'm just calling to say I am so troubled.